On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
For a household independently in terms of financially. So most American, well, I can't even say most, well, I'm gonna speak in America because I can only speak for Americans because I'm in America. Most American households need a two-person income, right? And so just because I'm in the workforce doesn't necessarily mean that I am taking a masculine role or trying to be the man or the head of my home because I assist with contributing to the household. It's just a matter of, I still think those roles exist. I believe that a man cultivates and a woman nurtures. And what I mean by that is when you, as a man cultivating, I think it's a level of him planting the seeds, and then creating the conditions and environment for things to thrive.
But see, the problem is that they think they're trying to be like men, and they don't have the brain power or the responsibility to take on that actual task. No offense, mistaken. If you lived in Nazi Germany, you would have taken part in those atrocities because you were being taken care of by the government. A person like Anton, a person like myself, we would have been a rebellious type of men. Are rebellious, and we have the strength to be rebellious. You don't. That's why you are afraid to say certain things. So you're worried about your job, and that's okay. You know, that's okay, because if shit were to hit the fan, you really wouldn't know how to take care of yourself. You live in a society that has been built for you. The skyscrapers, the roads, the cars. There's no foreign invaders. So you're living high off the hog now. But when those things fail, all of this misgendering and men and women wanting to be men and wanting to be boss bitches, all that goes away miraculously. There were no women volunteering and trying to be masculine and butch and dykes, picking up arms to go on those beaches in Normandy during World War II. Ironic, right? No women wanted to do that. It wasn't that they couldn't do it. They didn't want to. No women wanted to go to Vietnam. Let this shit really hit the fan. All of this, oh, I'm strong, I'm an independent, I'm a queen of Africa, blah, 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 goes out the window. And you guys are being lied to by these movies, like The Woman King. These women were not these strong warriors as depicted by Viola Davis. What 5'3" woman you know can do 25 backflips, beat up 20 men? And what are you talking about? Whoever made this movie, you're lying to these women, and these women are like these little girls now are believing this nonsense. They're believing it, and now that's why you see a lot of them stepping to the men, thinking they're men, etc. And all it's going to take is for a group of men to start ragdolling you. That's what's going to happen eventually. The same thing with the LGBTQ community. All it's going to take is for a group of heterosexual men to start ragdolling people, and then the tables will turn back to normalcy. Sorry, guys, I blacked out. Go ahead, guys. You got the floor.
Hold on, we're going to go to Mistaken. I see you angry, man, but Mistaken got to leave at the top of the hour. So
go ahead, Mistaken. Sorry.
Go ahead, Mistaken.
Just one part with Chaotic saying that, women can't think or whatever. I think that goes, I mean, since he personally said to me, so I guess that would be a reflection on your leadership as a man, because, pause. And the reason I say that is because that would show a lack of leadership, because the power and strength of a good man will teach their woman to take care of certain things. They will train them in certain ways so that when they are not here, that the woman can take over and make sure that she manages outside of his presence. So for my husband, what I would say that he has done, he has taught me certain things. Like, can I protect myself at the same level that he would be able to protect me? No, because of course I don't have the physical strength that he has. But he gives me a workaround. He's taken me to the gun range. He's purchased the gun for me. He showed me how to use it. So when I'm not in his presence and I'm put in a situation where I have to fend for myself, I can. He gardens. He shows me the different vegetables and plants and stuff, what's edible. He grows stuff, and he has me outside looking at those things and showing me those things. He kills animals. He skins them. He's shown me those things. So in terms of that, that's what leadership is. He's going to make sure that I'm all right, whether he's there or not. So if you feel like that, that's a lack on your leadership. And I can't speak for your household and how you take care of your woman or allow your woman to thrive in an environment. You create the environment, a woman will grow. But if it makes you feel like a man to not have your woman behave at that level or act in that level, that's on you. I can't speak for your household. That works for you. That's not what happens over here in this household. But to speak to the meat, I just think, I do think that there is an agenda to some degree. It's also, I think, too, a little bit of, I don't necessarily know if it's a redefinement or a realignment of, gender roles. And the reason I say a realignment is because the truth of the matter is that society has changed. And one thing that is for certain is that change is going to occur. So when change occurs, you got to look at, do we try to hold on to traditional things that may not necessarily fit in a modern society, or do we adapt and try to redefine what those things are going to look like? So I do believe that, of course, gender roles initially existed to divide the work that needed to be done to support families, right? And society, at large. And so you leverage like those natural skills, like women being nurturers and, men being, providers. But in our society now, it is very difficult for men to provide for a household independently in terms of financially. So most American, well, I can't even say most, well, I'm gonna speak in America because I can only speak for Americans because I'm an American. Most American households need a 2-person income, right? And so just because I'm in the workforce doesn't necessarily mean that I am taking a masculine role or trying to be the man or the head of my home because I assist with contributing to the household. It's just a matter of, I still think those roles exist. I believe that a man cultivates and a woman nurtures. And what I mean by that is when you, as a man cultivating, I think it's a level of him planting the seeds, and then creating the conditions and environment for things to thrive.